RANADE, Gandhi and Jinnah. Never has heroship become so blind as we see it in India today. There are, I am glad to say, honourable exceptions. But they are too few and their voices never heard. Entrenched behind the plaudits of the press, the spirit of domination exhibited by these two great men has transgressed all limits. By their domination they have demoralized their followers and demoralized politics. By their domination they have made half their followers fools and the other half hypocrites. In establishing their supremacy they have taken the aid of big business and money magnates. For the first time in our country money is taking the field as an organized power. The questions which President Roosevelt propounded for American public to consider will arise here, if they have not already arisen. Who shall rule, wealth or man? Which shall lead, money or intellect? Who shall fill public stations, educated and patriotic free men or the feudal serfs of corporate capital? For the present, Indian politics, at any rate the Hindu part of it, instead of being spiritualized has become grossly commercialized, so much so that it has become a byword for corruption. Many men of culture are refusing to concern themselves in this cesspool. Politics has become a kind of sewage system, intolerably unsavory and insanitary. To become a politician is like going to work in the drain. Politics in the hands of these two great men have become a competition in extravaganza. If Mr. Gandhi is known as Mahatma, Mr. Jinnah must be known as Judaism. If Gandhi has the Congress, Mr. Jinnah must have the Muslim League. If the Congress has a working committee and the All India Congress Committee, the Muslim League must have its working committee and its council. The session of the Congress must be followed by a session of the League. To the Congress issues a statement, the League must also follow suit. If the Congress passes a resolution of 17,000 words, the Muslim League's resolution must exceed it by at least 1,000 words. If the Congress President has a press conference, the Muslim League President must have his. If the Congress must address an appeal to the United Nations, the Muslim League must not allow itself to be outbidden. When is all this to end? When is there to be a settlement? There are no near prospects. They will not meet, except on preposterous conditions. Jinnah insists that Gandhi should admit that he is a Hindu. Gandhi insists that Jinnah should admit that he is one of the leaders of the Muslims. Never has there been such a deplorable state of bankruptcy of statesmanship as one sees in these two leaders of India. They are making long and interminable speeches, like lawyers whose trade it is to contest everything, concede nothing and talk by the hour, suggest anything by way of solution for the deadlock to either of them, and it is met by an everlasting nay. Neither will consider a solution of the problems which is not eternal. Between them, Indian politics has become frozen, to use a well-known banking phrase, and no political action is possible. How does RANADE strike as compared to these two? I have no personal impression to give, but reading what others have said I think I can say what he must have been like. He had not a tinge of egotism in him. His intellectual attainments could have justified any amount of pride, nay even insolence. But he was the most modest of men. Serious youths were captivated by his learning and geniality. Many, feeling completely under his sway, responded to his ennobling influence and molded their whole lives with the passionate reverence for their adored master. He refused to be satisfied with the praises of fools, and was never afraid of moving in the company of equals and of the give and take it involves. He never claimed to be a mystic relying on the inner voice. He was a rationalist prepared to have his views tested in the light of reason and experience. His greatness was natural. He needed no aid of the stage nor the technique of an assumed eccentricity nor the means of a subsidized press. As I said, Ranade was principally a social reformer. He was not a politician in the sense of one who trades in politics, but he has played an important part in the political advancement of India. To some of the politicians he acted as the teacher who secured such signal successes and who dazzled their critics by their brilliance. To some he acted as the guide, but to all he acted as the philosopher. What was the political philosophy of Ranade? It may be summed up in 3 propositions. 1. We must not set up as our ideal something which is purely imaginary. An ideal must be such that it must carry the assurance that it is a practicable one. 2. In politics, sentiment and temperament of the people are more important than intellect and theory. This is particularly so in the matter of framing a constitution. A constitution is as much a matter of taste as clothes are. Both must fit, both must please. 3. In political negotiations the rule must be what is possible. That does not mean that we should be content with what is offered. No. It means that you must not refuse what is offered when you know that your sanctions are inadequate to compel your opponent to concede more. These are the 3 main doctrines of Ranade's political philosophy. It would be quite easy to illustrate them by appropriate quotations from his writings and his speeches. There is no time for that, nor is there any necessity, for they must be clear to every student of Ranade's speeches and writings. Who could quarrel with Ranade on these 3 propositions, and if there be one, on which? On the first only a visionary will quarrel. We need not take any notice of him. The second proposition is so evident that we could only ignore it at our peril. The third proposition is something on which a difference of opinion is possible. Indeed, it is this which divided the liberals from the congressmen. I am not a liberal, but I am sure the view Ranade held was the right one. There can be no compromise on principle. And there should not be. But once the principle is agreed upon, there can be no objection to realize it by installments. Graduation in politics is inevitable. And when the principle is accepted it is not harmful, and indeed it may in certain circumstances be quite advantageous. On this third proposition there was really no difference between him and Tilak, except this: Tilak would have the possible maximized by the application of sanctions. Ranade would look askance at sanctions. This is all. On the rest they were agreed. The absence of sanctions in Ranade's political philosophy need not detract much from its worth. We all know what sanctions are available to us. We have tried all, old as well as new, with what effect I need not stop to describe.